Hello everyone, this is Marlisa Richmond from Three Bears Prints, and this is a tutorial to show you how to make my dinosaur mechanical card. As you can see, when you pull the tail, his mouth opens. And this is, you do this by using a pull tab mechanism and a hub mechanism to operate it. So I'm going to show you how to make that today. So you start off by printing everything. As you can see, this is the tail mechanism that you print out, and you print out the front of the card. This is the A3 version that I've got here, and you make sure that you print one side and you flip it over in your printer to print the inside. And I always use a photo print setting, and I print it on a borderless setting, and I make sure that I reduce the amount of extension by 1 notch, otherwise it goes too big. And I actually don't use the high print setting, I use the standard print setting, because I find it produces a better quality of print on the paper. There's not too much ink on the paper. So that's the printouts that you will get when you buy the mechanical card. So let me go through how you make it. So as you can see here, these are my tools. I've got masking tape, really sharp scissors, quite small scissors, a scoring tool, a steel ruler, a bone folder, which is optional, a craft knife, and a set square, again which is optional, but it might help you do the tail mechanism, and a cutting mat, which is essential. So I start off by making the cover of the card. You cut out the top piece here, and you'll see that there's quite a big green border for the grass, so you can cut that, but you don't have to cut it too accurately. When you cut out the circle for the hub mechanism, try and cut that as precisely as you can, and try and not have any ragged edges. Try and make it a nice smooth circle. And you score it down the middle, and then you fold it in half, match the corners up. So that's the front of the card. And we're just going to make a slit here, and that's where the tail mechanism is going to feed through. So you need your steel ruler and your craft knife, and you'll see very, very faintly there are 2 green lines, and you cut down the black line where these 2 green lines start and finish, and try and make it as precisely that length as possible. If you make it too big, the tail mechanism will wobble around. Okay, so we'll put that to one side for just now. When you cut out the tail mechanism, there's various pieces to cut out. Do all your scoring before you cut anything. So there's different areas to score, all the red lines, but you also need to score here, the middle part of the dinosaur's tail, and this part here, the uppermost part of the dinosaur's tail. This will become more obvious as we go through the tutorial. So this is your tail mechanism. As you can see, you cut up to where that arrow is, and then that tiny little slot there, you cut out where that is as well. And you fold this middle part, you score and fold down that part and these parts here. So we're going to start gluing this. I use PVA glue. This is called Marvin medium. But, I mean, I suppose it really matters what kind of PVA glue you use, as long as it sticks. So start off by sticking that uppermost flap there, and that just strengthens your tail. You're going to stick your tail together. So some glue. Make sure you don't get any on that little notch there. There we are. And fold it over. Try and fold the tail as precisely as possible. We can trim it up later if needs be. So as you can see, that's the tail at the moment, and we're going to glue this piece together. And the reason it's a flap like this is just to strengthen it. You need the two parts of the card to make it nice and strong. So again, try and not get any glue on that part there, or on that circular part at the top. Fold it over as precisely as you can, nice and flat. Now, you want to score that black line there. My scoring tool. And I'm also, before I fold it, I'm just going to trim the tail to get rid of that white bit. I might actually use the scissors to make it neater. This is me being a perfectionist. If you wanted, instead of trimming it, you could also neaten it up with a black Sharpie marker. I'm just going to do that. So that part that you scored, if you just fold it up on that black line, and that's going to help the tail mechanism not go too far. Okay, move these out the way. Now we're going to thread it through the dinosaur's tail part on the big card now. So if you push it through, it might be a bit stiff to begin with, but it's much better for it to be a little bit tight and to slacken off than for it to be too wobbly in the first place. So you want the black lines to line up like that, and you can see that that's working. Okay, so the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to put the guide into place. This is the guide. And the guide is really important because that's what's going to stop this tail mechanism from wobbling around. Okay, so if you pull it out, push it in so that it's on the black line there, and then flip it over and turn it round, and make sure that your flap here is folded down.